artists. I hope you're ready to create because this week we are making sunglasses masks. These are so fun and so easy to do, and you can turn your mask into anything you want. All you're going to need is sunglasses, a paper plate, scissors, and coloring utensils. I use colored pencils for mine, but you can really use anything. So without further ado, let's get started. So for your first step, you just need your paper plate and your sunglasses, and then one of your drawing utensils. So I'm going to start with the plate upside down, and I'm going to open my glasses up all the way. Now I want to measure where the glasses are going to go through my plate. So opening them up all the way, I'm going to put it right in the middle of my plate, and I'm going to hold it down with one hand, and with the other hand, you can see, I am going to mark off where the ends of my glasses are. If you need two hands for this, feel free to ask an adult or a sibling or a friend or whoever's around. So next, I want to cut little holes into those two spots. This can be dangerous if you're little and not used to using big scissors, so make sure you ask a parent or have a parent watching so that you don't hurt yourself. So the way I'm going to do this is just hold it up and make sure, you can see my fingers there, make sure my fingers are not near the hole. So they can be below it, beside it, but not behind it, or I'll poke my fingers. And then using my scissors, I'm going to put the pointy end on my spot and just twist back and forth. Twist, twist, twist. See, you can see my fingers are nowhere near that hole. Don't push too hard, but eventually it'll poke through. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Fingers are not next to the hole. Put the end on there and twist. Don't push too hard or else it'll go too far. Twist, twist, twist. Not pushing very hard. And it cuts through. So now you can test it and see if your glasses fit in there. So I am going to stick them in. Push them all the way back. So now I have my little mask. But unfortunately, you cannot see through it. It's not really going to work as a mask. So what I need to do now is to trace the outside of my glasses so I know where the eyes are going to be. So with it stuck all the way in, lightly trace the outside of my glasses. And now when I pull it out, I know where my eyes are going to be. Now here's the key. You don't want to cut this whole thing out or else it's going to show behind your glasses. So I'm just going to trace it and draw a little circle inside, hi Arwen, little circle inside the glasses and make sure it doesn't touch any of the edges. So you see I left a nice big gap between my circle and the edge. Now I want to cut this whole thing out. So again, if you're little, ask parent permission, ask parents to help you, ask any adults to help you to make sure you don't get hurt. Also, when you're cutting this out, make sure you don't cut anywhere near your holes that you made for the earpieces, or else it'll break, it'll fall apart, it won't work. So for the eyes, I'm going to do the same things I did before. I'm going to hold it up, make sure my fingers are nowhere near where I'm cutting, and just twist until I get a hole. Now I can use that hole to start my scissors and cut out my shape. It is okay if the shape's not perfect because you're not going to see it anyways. It'll be hidden behind your sunglasses. Just make sure you don't cut out your earpiece hole. So now when you put your glasses back in and put it on your face, you should be able to see through it. You can always test it. You can always cut it a little bit bigger if you need it. But now you have a working mask. Alright, so now for the fun part. You get to turn your little mask into anything you want. You guys are so creative, so I want you to think of something all your own. It could be a monster, an animal, a superhero. It could be someone you know. Be creative and have fun with this part. So obviously I made my last one a kitten to match my little kitty Arwen. I think I'm going to make this one Batman because he's my favorite superhero. So let me show you a couple tips and tricks on how to get your mask to look just right. So with my kitten mask, you can see it's not the whole size of the plate. I cut down a lot of the plate so that I could get my ears in there. And I'm going to need to do the same thing with my Batman mask. So I am going to make the top of the head right here. And my ears are going to go all the way up here. Make sure when you're doing this, you don't go into your sunglasses. You're going around your sunglasses so that it still stays on your face. Alright, so now that I have my Batman shape, I can cut this out. Again, a couple reminders. Make sure you're not cutting too close to the edge of here. Remember that if you cut down here, that means your mouth is going to show because that's where your bottom of your face is going to be. And I would recommend taking the glasses out before you cut so that you make sure you don't damage the glasses. So let's get this cut out. Alright, now I have my super cool Batman with sunglasses cut out. And the last step is just to color. So color pencils are working best for me, but you can definitely use markers, crayons, whatever you have, even paint. Paint would probably work the best if you have it. But I'm just going to use color pencils. When you color, just remember, it always looks nicer when you color in one direction. So on my kitten here, you can see all my lines are going up and down, up and down. I'm not going left and right and crazy. This makes it look nice and neat. So I am going to color my Batman the same way, making sure all my lines go in the same direction so it looks nice and neat. And since he just has a black mask, this should be super easy, but feel free to make yours colorful and creative, add decorations, whatever it is you need. There's so many different designs you could do. So be creative, but mine unfortunately is just going to be black. So let's get him colored and see how the final product turns out. And that's all it takes. I hope you love your new masks. I hope you guys are being super creative. As always, send me your work. I would love to see it and have fun creating. Bye.
Swear to me.